Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. United Community Bank, an independent family-owned and operated bank committed to empowering customers to achieve their financial goals. Member FDIC. Frazee Family Foods, what a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here today at the beautiful Frazee Elementary School, and I'm here with Coordinator and Secretary of Never Give Up, Jewel Wacker. Hi, Jewel.
Hi, how are you?
Tremendous. And Scott Gieselhart, who's helping this year with the fundraising activities.
Hi, Hank.
And so, Jewel, tell me a little bit about the history of Never Give Up.
How we got started was 4 years ago. I lost my nephew, Kyle Kenyon. He was from Monaga, but also a lot of family in New York Mills. So our first year we did do the walk in New York Mills, but it stemmed from losing Kyle. It took me 2 years to actually get my heart into it because it breaks you up. So that's how it got started.
Okay, and so when you're dealing with suicide awareness prevention, what do you see, Scott, from your own experience? How can you make that type of adapting out of it?
I think just getting rid of the stigma, that surrounds suicide and mental health. Myself, I'm a suicide survivor, and I was confused and I didn't know which way to turn. And the people around me weren't really educated on what to notice. And with this, they're bringing the money to the schools so they can educate the teens about what to watch for and how to help themselves also.
Well, and I know as we move more into this century, how communication has changed from being right next to each other talking or talking on the phone if your parents let you to where we're at now is quite a big difference.
It is a big difference. The kids are so into the media, the social media part of everything. So once they start talking about something, it's just gathers, and they gather together and they support each other. That's a lot of times they want to keep the secret because they don't want to lose a friend. And it's part of our education that we're hoping the schools bring in is it's not a secret. You need to tell somebody that your best friend has told you that they don't want to survive anymore.
And so now when we look at this event and how to raise funds for this, I know you have sponsorships and everything, but tell me a little bit about the actual fundraiser itself.
The fundraiser, well, we do take silent auction donations, but we go to a lot of businesses, and we're hoping, that lots of them wants to be sponsors. Two big sponsors every year have been RW Stucco and West Central Telephone, and they're out of Monaga and the West Central Telephone, but RW Stucco is out of New York Mills. Every year they have contributed, which has been awesome, and we have a few more that do that are yearly ones. That's who we count on, but we also count on the silent auction items. Each store, you give a $20 gift certificate. A lot of times people will pay $35 for that gift certificate because they know it's going to a good cause, and this is their community right now that we're working with.
And now the date for this 5K fundraiser here at Frazee is?
August 27th. Registration starts at 8. The runners start at 9, walkers 9:15. Silent auction will follow that. And we do the same day have people show up with silent auction items, so feel free to bring some. If you want to pre-register, though, you save $5 to pre-register, and registrations do include a shirt.
How do they do that?
Go to our Facebook page, and it's pinned to the top. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/nevergiveup/suicide support.
Well, I appreciate it, you guys being on the program, and I wish you all the luck with this fundraiser, and thanks for being on the program.
Thank you, Hank.
And thank you.
Thanks so much for having us. We appreciate it.
And with that, we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee.
Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. The City of Frazee and Frazee Events Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar, perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event. Frazee Community Club, people and business coming together to make the community fun, friendly, and thriving. Become a member and help support your community. Frazee Burgess Forum, locally owned and operated, bringing you news for the Lakes area in print or online. Subscribe today, FrazeeForum.com.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm here at the Frazee Elementary School with Carrie Schultz of ECFE, Early Childhood Family Education, right?
Correct. Yep.
Welcome, there.
Thank you for having me, Hank.
And so what's happening in ECFE land?
Oh, we have lots of stuff coming up. First, I want to share a little bit about our upcoming fall-winter classes through the ECFE and School Readiness. ECFE, we're having some familiar classes. Or events, I should say, the Party in the Pumpkin Patch. Everybody likes coming to that. That's later on in September. We also have Adopt a Highway. I always like to emphasize John Holzhauer's been the dad that helps us out with it, does a great job, brings his grill, and we have hot dogs afterwards. The kids love it.
Where's that section at?
That is out by the Evergreen Church, so it's about 10 miles out on 87.
Great deal.
Yeah, that's just a great experience for the kids, learning about giving back to the community. So we really love that, love to see the families come out. So hopefully more will take advantage of that and join us. Then in December, we'll have another Santa's Workshop, and there'll be more about that in the upcoming catalog that Community Ed will be putting out. So watch for that.
He's putting out another catalog.
Yes, yeah, Santa's busy with that. School Readiness, too, we have our ongoing classes of the threes alone. 2 times for that, there's a morning and afternoon group, and then KinderQuest is for the 4-year-olds, 2 full days a week. So you want to call for that. We also have mixed ages, and that's for kids birth through 5 with a parent or guardian, grandparent. That's a fun class, too. So hopefully some can join us in that.
Well, I hope so. You know, I think this is very important programming for our area. You know, get your kids out there, get them to meet other kids, you know, play, and get the family involved here in what's happening.
Sure. I'd like to share a little bit about a new project we have coming up, an outdoor classroom.
My.
That I think would benefit the community as well as our young families. And first of all, people might ask why. So I just want to share a few reasons. Studies have really been stressing the importance of green space, how it combats stress. Kids are experiencing technology overload as well as sensory deprivation. An outdoor classroom also helps kids getting back outdoors and playing with natural things such as sticks. We incorporate all of our academics in this, but we use a natural environment. A few examples I have are just dramatic play would be dealing with cut up logs. Mm-hmm. They would use that. Math, they might be counting sticks, putting them in order from smallest to largest, longest to shortest. We'd have a small area that would be for reading, that would maybe be a teepee type structure out of ironwood. A lot of things that are just there that we would ask people, you know, if you're cutting up a tree, consider us for some of the logs.
Well, and the thing is, too, we can talk to our city boys, and they will help get us some from the compost site, you know, which is a great thing, you know, because there's beautiful things there, and we can cut pieces off, you know, for stacking.
Sizes, yep, exactly. And also, speaking of the city, and as far as for adults, other community organizations, we're looking at putting a gazebo that would have raised gardens around it. So hopefully organizations would consider having their meetings there. Other daycares might come over with their kids and use the area, too, to play with. And then also maybe garden clubs, individuals would want to adopt one of the structures that we would have, the raised gardens, and do the gardening themselves. So we're trying to keep it open to have involvement throughout the community as well as in the school itself with all the grades, composting. I mean, there's just a plethora of things that are out there for everybody to be involved with it.
Well, Carrie, I really appreciate what you do, and I really appreciate you being on the program. You know, and I think this is a tremendous thing. I've seen outdoor playscapes before, and also edible gardens.
Yes. Oh, that too. We're hoping to get some fruit trees, fruit bushes. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Great for the kids.
Yeah.
Learn what you can eat and what you can't.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So, you know, remember, pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbor. And we'll see you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.